Hello, welcome to another Halloween themed Terrain Tuesday. We're back to making dungeons scatter, and what's more horrific during this month of horror than a torture rack for Heroquest, I guess. People have been asking me why I'm doing these Heroquest videos. I don't know, I just decided to make my own Heroquest furniture. Bizarrely not for use in Heroquest. I want to use these in Advanced Heroquest, using them when it comes to furniture rules. So we're going to be making the torture rack this time. It's about the same size as the Heroquest one, but sort of slightly different design. So yeah, ooh, let's get onto the tabletop and get crafting. First up, take a bit of 10mm thick foam and cut it so it's just under 2 inches long and just under 2 inches wide. And then on the underside, just mark out a 2 course brick pattern. And you do that all the way around this set, all the edges. Next, take a bit of 2mm chipboard, make it just over 2 inches long and about 1 inch wide, and what you want to do is just score in some planks. So I'm going to probably make this 4 planks in here. Do it freehand. So you score in the planks and then add some wood texture in. Just in previous tutorials, such as when I do doors and the like, it's a similar thing as that. So we're just going to come in. I don't know if you can see that. You've got texture there, and we add in the texture. You want to add a bit of wear and tear to the board, so in certain planks, come with a knife and just chop a bit out. Again, you don't want this cut to be too neat and tidy in itself, so hopefully you can see that, and you do that on the others. Maybe take some nicks out of the wood, take a corner off on one bit. Just gonna work the end just to make it look a bit more aged and ruined. You end up with something like that. Put some PVA on the top of the stone bit and just plonk it in the middle underneath. Let that dry. Next up, on some more chipboard, I've just freehand drawn 2 circles. I'm going to cut those out, and these are sort of 2 rectangles with a curved end, so I'm going to cut those out. Just freehand. I've made them roughly the same size, so I'm just going to cut these out. The discs put to one side for later on. This get rid of. But what we're going to do, these will be glued on the ends here, like so. Which I'll do in a minute. I'll probably glue one on first and leave the other one on till a bit later. Next, you also want to get a bit of bamboo stick and cut it so it's the same length as the width of the top of your rack, minus the width of these two bits you've just cut out. So this is just 2¼ centimeters, and that will go here in time, sitting in between these two bits. Next up, you want to get some twine, cut a length off, and what you want to do is, twine normally comes in multiple strands threaded together, 2 or 3. I think this is 2, so this will be perfect. Just unthread it, and this will be wrapped around here, which we'll do now. So easiest way, this can be a bit messy, is put some glue on here, sort of wrap it, put all the glue all the way around, come in with your thread, hold it in. We are just gonna put around there, might need a bit more glue. Like there, like so. And then do the same with the other bit on the other side. When you get to this stage, just finish off by adding some glue to the rope and just moving it in just a bit. You're not going to need all this, we'll trim it later on. You've watched the gibbets video. It's similar to what we did to the rope there. It just gives it a bit of, just makes it a bit more drawable. And we'll just leave that to dry now, because my hand's all sticky. Trimmed off the ends, but we'll deal with that in a minute. So we're just going to put it together now. So easiest way to do this is glue here. Decide I wanted it here. Blob glue here. I'm going to run a bead along here. Then on these bits, put blob glue at the bottom of them both. And this is where you need way nimbler fingers than what I possess. These fat sausages. Now effectively you're going to put that in the middle here. This goes here. Oh, and I've totally missed it. Off to a good start. It's going to go here. And just put another cap on the other end. Like so. Now before I do any more, I am going to let this totally dry now. Save pulling it about. But whilst we're waiting for that to dry up, we can get on with making the sort of handles that will turn the rack. So we get our little discs we got earlier, and I've got 8 little bits of bamboo stick. These are about 3/4 of a centimetre. And for this, I'm just going to use super glue. We're going to make like glue one on the top and bottom, and one on the side, so it forms a cross. Because my cutting skills aren't very good, I've got a flat edge here anyway, so that'll be perfect too. It might take a bit of time because I'm going to have to hold it in. I'm just going to hold that in. So glue it on like that, and I'll crack on with the others now. End up looking something like that. Not great, but it'll do. Just going to glue some spacers on either side here, just when we put the wheel on. It's just got a bit of room, so I've just cut out this little square of chipboard. Just going to put on here and here. I'm going to put up just a slight skew width angle, just a little bit of detail. And yeah, let that dry before we glue the handles on. bit of glue on either side of the spacer, and we're just going to put the wheel on, the handle. I'll describe it. You don't want to. You want to do put one like that, and just make sure the other one isn't even to that. So like that, just so it looks better like that. So something like that, so they don't line up, so they're not symmetrical. All done. Now I just want to come in with a bit more glue on both ropes. I just want to reposition them. So coming and soak it around, and I kind of want to same in this one. Just want to sort of bend it round and hopefully get it to stick. Should have done this the other day, something like that. I should have done it before as I was drawing it. Something like that. That'll do. So what you can do is once you put the glue on, position it where you want it. I just want the rope sort of bent round, so we can add some manacles there. Okay, so I'm going to take some strips of cereal box card. These are just a few mil thick, and just cut them down. On one I'm going to bend an end over, and I'm just going to curve it into a circle. In a minute I'll use a paintbrush to do this to make it easier. I didn't think of that at the time. And then I'm just going to fold another bit over and cut it so it's sort of equal. It's going to be a manacle. And I'm just going to stick this here. I'll make another one in a minute. Now I'm going to make the foot holders. These are made in a similar way. Fold a bit over at the end, use a paintbrush to get a circle, leave a long bit, another circle, and then a little short bit at the end. Cut this, and I'm going to glue this here. Going to come on with some plastic rod. This is a few mil thick, and just chop up small little sections. Now I'm going to put some blobs of glue all along the edge, including holding the leg manacle bit down, and just glue pieces onto it here. This is it painted. I didn't cover the painting process. It's really simple. Stonework is just going to be a dark grey dry brush with a light grey. The woods, a dark brown dry brush with sort of a lighter brown. The metallics are just a sort of a dark metallic colour, and then given a wash with flesh shade. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, the Games Workshop, what flesh shade wash. And then these are just black, and that's pretty much it. The ropes are just really light brown. I use a dry brush. One thing I'm going to do now is just add some blood. Would be cool. Just going to use some old red ink from Games Workshop. This stuff was great for this kind of thing. Really high pigment. I'm just going to splotch it on. Some blood around here, just to add a bit of horror to the seedings and blood pool. Yeah, obviously dries darker than what it seems here, but that's it. That's not really splotches all. Splotches up here. Boom, done.
Ha ha ha!